All right, good morning, all. We have 3 games on tonight, and we have some teams that have been losing a lot. Let's see. Of the 6 teams who are playing tonight, the one with the best record in the last 10 is actually Chicago. So, nobody on big winning streaks tonight. Nobody who's really excited other than Calgary and Nashville starting to get there. In Chicago, they'd need quite a few wins in a row before we're going to talk about them as if the playoffs are a thing just yet. There we go. All right. Now, starting things off, because you got to start off somewhere, and I might as well start off with the one that, this Ottawa. Senators 15, 23, and 5 in against the 19, 17, and 7 Anaheim Ducks. Now, the Ducks look pretty good record-wise. They look okay until you look at their record over the last 10. The Senators are 1-8-1 in their last 10. They've lost 8 in a row, whereas Anaheim's 2-6-2 in their last 10. They've lost 8 in a row. This is really, really bad slumps for both teams. The difference being, it feels more like Anaheim's just barely missing, and Ottawa's just they don't have the horses for it. Not in net, and maybe not on the blue line either. Not depth wise. Okay, now scoring wise, we'll get to that in a sec. On the road, I it's almost as if there's a part of my brain saying, just don't worry about the record because it's bad. On the road, the Senators are 4-14-1 at home. Anaheim's 10-6-7. Versus the West, Ottawa's 4-7-3. Versus the East, Anaheim's 10-6-3. So, kind of not great numbers all around for both teams, and yet it still favors Anaheim, but. We'll see what happens with this one. Okay, now we're up to the scorers. Stone leads Ottawa with 20 goals, 27 assists. Duchesne, 18 goals, 24 assists. Chabot, 10 goals, 28 assists. Dzingel, 17 goals, 14 assists. Tierney, 4 goals, 22 assists. White, 10 goals, 15 assists. Bodker, 5 goals, 20 assists. Ryan, 7 goals, 18 assists. Kachuk, 10 goals, 10 assists. And Zach Smith, 5 goals, 9 assists to round out the top 10. Anaheim, Getzlaf, 9 goals, 20 assists. Henrique, 8 goals, 15 assists. Montour, 5 goals, 15 assists. Raquel, 5 goals, 15 assists. Aberg, 11 goals, 8 assists. Kasha, 11 goals, 8 assists. Silverberg, 10 goals, 7 assists. Ritchie, 5 goals, 12 assists. Lindholm, 4 goals, 13 assists. And Daniel Sprong rounds out the top 10 with 5 goals and 5 assists to his name. Goaltenders. Nilsson will be starting tonight for Anaheim, trying to break out of that 11-game losing streak that he's got going on himself. Hogberg's 0-2-1, 4.09 goals against, 884 save percentage. Nilsson's 3-10-1 with a 3.19 goals against, 890 save percentage. And it's been a long year for him. I would expect Gibson tonight for Anaheim. 15-13-6, 2.64 goals against, 923 save percentage, because Johnson's is back up at 2.80 at 3.36 goals against and an 888 save percentage. And that includes a shutout before St. Louis cut him. And so it's been an awful year for both teams so far. We'll see if things get better for them. Colorado, coming off of that 7-4 loss last night, they're going in against another fire wagon sort of team in the Flames. This could be a very high-scoring game. But Colorado's really got to get that under control. And whether it's the defense, whether it's the goaltending, they can't have another game tonight like last night. Because as much as Winnipeg is this deadly offensive team, Calgary, it's kind of more. Colorado, 2-6-2 in their last 10. They've lost their last game. So they have the same record in their last 10 as does the Anaheim Ducks. And Calgary 5-3-2, but they've won 2 in a row, and they feel like they're headed in the right direction, being number 1 and all. On the road, Colorado's 9-12-2 at home. Calgary's 12-4-4 versus the West. Colorado's 8-10-6 now. They've won 8 out of 24. That'll get you out of the playoffs quickly. And the Colorado Avalanche, or Calgary Flames, I should say, 19-9-2. So Calgary, pretty solid against the West. Colorado, not so much. But scoring, we got your scoring on Colorado with Rantanen, 19 goals, 47 assists for 66 points. McKinnon, 25 goals, 40 assists for 65 points. Then Landeskog, 27 goals, 22 assists. Barrie, 5 goals, 27 assists. Soderberg, 12 goals, 13 assists. Kerfoot, 7 goals, 17 assists. Compher, 10 goals, 8 assists. Jost, 6 goals, 8 assists. Nieto, 4 goals and 10 assists. And Wilson rounds out the top 10 with 8 goals and 5 assists for the Colorado Avalanche. On the Calgary side, Gaudreau, 26 goals, 38 assists for 64 points. So while Rantanen's first half has been really talked about quite a bit, there are guys catching up to him now. Not necessarily because he's scoring less, but because they've started scoring more. Whether it's Kucherov, who's he's already at 100, I would think. But Gaudreau's 64. He's playing pretty darn well, and he has to be one of the front runners for the Hart right now. Monahan, 23 goals, 31 assists. Lindholm, 20 goals, 30 assists. Tkachuk, 19 goals, 31 assists. Giordano, 6 goals, 34 assists. Hanifin, 3 goals, 20 assists. Backlund, 9 goals, 12 assists. Jankowski, 6 goals, 11 assists. Brody, 5 goals, 11 assists. Bennett, 6 goals, 8 assists to round out the top 10 for Calgary. Goaltenders, no confirmation from Colorado, but it's Varlamov. 11, 8, and 5, 2.8 goals against, 9-12 save percentage. Grubauer is 9, 5, and 3 now with a 3.29 goals against, 8.95 save percentage. Grubauer's numbers, not great. On the Calgary side of things, I would expect Riddick. He's 15, 4, and 3 with a 2.4 goals against, 9.21 save percentage. That would make Mike Smith the backup at 12, 9, and 1, 3.09 goals against, 8.86 save percentage. Should be quite the game. And I would think a lot of opportunities at each end. And if Gaudreau's going to show up, Rantanen and McKinnon, it's going to be a pretty good game. And again, should be a lot of scoring opportunities. Now, the lowest scoring game of the night should be Nashville versus Chicago. Although, when you have Ottawa and Anaheim, Anaheim has trouble scoring, and Ottawa has trouble not getting scored on. So that could be interesting. But Nashville and Chicago should be fun because these are division rivals, and no matter what Chicago's record is, I keep an eye on them in games like this. Nashville's 26, 15, and 3. Chicago's 16, 22, and 7 in their last 10. Nashville's 4, 5, and 1, but they've won 2 in a row, and they've finally got a healthy crew together. And Chicago's 6, 3, and 1, and they lost their last game. On the road, Nashville's 11, 8, and 3. At home, Chicago is 8, 10, and 4 versus the West. Nashville's 12, 12, and 1 versus the West. Chicago is 10, 14, and 4. So, nice divisional matchup here between two rival teams. And as Chicago showed against Pittsburgh the other night, they're still capable of putting together a pretty solid game when everything falls their way. On the scoring side of things, Johansson, 6 goals, 28 assists. Yossi, 7 goals, 23 assists. Ekholm, 5 goals, 25 assists. Smith, 14 goals and 11 assists. Craig Smith's been playing very well lately. Fiala, 8 goals, 17 assists. Forsberg, 14 goals, 8 assists. Ellis, 4 goals, 16 assists. Sissons and Bonino both have 8 goals and 10 assists for Nashville. Arvidsson, 12 goals, 6 assists, rounds out your top 10 for the Nashville Predators. Kyle Turris has been knocked off the board. Chicago, Patrick Kane, 24 goals, 32 assists. If Chicago's record was better, we would be talking about how Kane is a potential Hart Trophy guy too. But Chicago's record's been pretty bad, so he's not in the conversation. Taves, 17 goals, 22 assists. DeBrincat, 20 goals, 15 assists. Gustafsson, 8 goals, 18 assists. Saad, 12 goals, 12 assists. Strome, 10 goals, 10 assists. Anisimov, 7 goals, 13 assists. Duncan Keith, 1 goal, 18 assists. There you go. The 1 goal, it's on the board, and I've mentioned it. Cahoon, 6 goals, 11 assists. Seabrook, 4 goals, 12 assists. Rounds out the top 10 for the Chicago Blackhawks. Goaltenders, no confirmation for Nashville. I would think Rene, again, because it's Chicago, right? So you want your best guy in there. Saros is 10, 5, and 1, 2.71 goals against, 906 save percentage. Rene, 16, 10, and 2, 2.23 goals against, 921 save percentage. So after some erosion of the goaltending numbers over the last couple of games, both of them have picked it up a bit. On the Chicago side, Delia has been confirmed as the starter. He's 3-1-1, 2.19 goals against, 947 save percentage, which makes Cam Ward the backup at 7-7-4, 3.80 goals against, 889 save percentage. Don't let the record fool you. Chicago's playing pretty well over the last month, and they can win this game. That being said, it feels like Nashville is about to go on a run. So your guess is as good as mine on that one. Yes, I know I say that a lot, but it's true. Really, honestly, if I did the whole betting thing guys do in all of the game day threads, all the previews and reviews that I do where they try to predict things, my record would be maybe 500, probably below. It's not great. I used to do predictions when I did the previews, and I just stopped because it was bad. Anyways, but yeah, I would take Nashville, Calgary, and Anaheim tonight. They just seem like the ones that likely win. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, just tap it upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.